Yeah. Let's get it.
Friends, the show has just begun.
On top.
What it do, what it did, what it does. It's your boy, Sports Talk with Rod Dog, the OG. We're here, week 16, episode 16. We made it, man. We here another week. Happy holidays to everybody. I got my player partner, my co-host, my co-pilot, that boy Five. Hey, I got a special guest, man. You know what I'm saying? He been doing this for a while. He graduated from Southern Arkansas, plays basketball. He ex-recruiter. His sons play at TSU. One played at Texas A&M. One played at TJC. So he got a pedigree. He really got real talent and real knowledge of the game. We want to welcome on Mr. Pope. Let's go.
Right.
So, man, let's get into it, man. Before I get into it, let me shout out my Instagram and my Facebook and my social, man. You can find me on Rodney Sports Talk, Rod Dog on Facebook. On IG, you can find me on Sports Talk Rod Dog, and on TikTok Rod Dog 245. Man, you can get. And then if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell. You can get all the updates on Sports Talk with Rod Dog the OG. Man, let's go. Shout out, Tyke. What's happening, baby?
Man, what's happening? What it do, 3? What's going on, Mr. Pope, man? Again, man, appreciate you having you on, man.
Hey, man, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Glad to join you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. You can tap in with me again, like you say, hit that bell on YouTube, Sports Talk with Rod Dog, the OG. Catch me on Snap, Tyler Dunn 02, Facebook, Tyrone Alexander. Let's get it, let's go. Let's get into it.
Man, Mr. Pope, man, you legendary, man. So let's get into your story as a pup, man. How did you get to where you was as a little boy to now?
Man, it's kind of a funny story. I always played a lot of pickup basketball in the neighborhood, but I only actually played high school basketball 1 year, my senior year. And my high school coach, he got me a tryout at Panola following my senior year, and the junior college coach signed me, and I went from there.
Okay, so were you originally from Carthage?
Yes, I was originally from Carthage.
Okay. And just basketball was just nothing else, just basketball all the way through.
All the way basketball, man. That was my thing, just basketball.
So when you graduated college, what was your next step?
When I left Panola College, my next step was signing with Southern Arkansas University. And I went over there and played 2.5 years for them. And I graduated from there in 91. So I got a chance to, go a lot of places, play with a lot of different players, man. I played with all kind of players. And it has just been a blessing, man, to be able to only play 1 year high school basketball and then get a chance to go off to college and graduate from college. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, man, that's what I was going to ask you. So you played pickup all them years. What made you pick up a basketball and finally play the real game?
Well, man, one of my best friends always played on the team, and so one summer, after my junior year, leading into my senior year, we went up to the gym and played pickup ball on a game night for open gym, and the high school coach was there. And so after playing a couple of games, he walks over to me and said, "Well, I guess you're going to be our center for next year." And that was the story of the game. I had no intentions on really playing because I waited so late to play organized high school basketball. But after running into the coach there, he encouraged me to join the team, and kind of glad I did. It opened a lot of doors.
Was it a hard transition from unorganized to organized?
Yes, it is. Unorganized pickup basketball, it's just run and gun, freelance offense. But once you get into high school or in the organized sports, you got play designs, you got offense designs, And it was a different transition, but I was playing center, so I was able to adapt to it much more quickly.
Okay, so when you went to the collegiate level, did you play post or were you a guard? Or?
When I went to collegiate level, I played 4 different positions. I played the point, the shooting guard, I played power forward and small forward, and also center. So I played 4 different positions in high school. I could pretty much play them all.
Oh, you were LeBron James before LeBron James.
I guess you could say that. You know, it took a lot of work, you know, because like I said, when you go off to college, some of those guys jump higher, run faster, have more skill, but it didn't take me long to realize that if I was going to compete with them, I had to outwork them, and so that was one of my traits. I was a hard worker in the game, you know. I conditioned for the game, I worked out for the game. I was in good condition when I played the sport.
So after you finished college, was you trying to go to the league, or that wasn't something that you wanted to do?
I actually went to Memphis, Tennessee, and worked out in a pro camp for about a week, and just no doors didn't open. You know, sometimes, you know, no matter how good you are and how much you played the game, you know, sometimes those breaks don't always come for you. You know, so you have to stay focused and realize your main reason for ever going to college was to graduate and get a college degree.
So how long were you out of college basketball and out of their trial before you went into recruiting?
I actually took a job right after I graduated. I took a job as a director of a juvenile center down in Magnolia, Arkansas, and I done that for a brief period of time. And then one of my college teammates, his father was a coach at Panola College, and he was the assistant, and he had asked me would I like to join his dad's assistant group because he was going to go off and, you know, get into something else. So I thought it was a good opportunity to get off into that field to see if that's what I really wanted to do. So I took that opportunity, moved back to Carthage, and joined Panola College as assistant coach there.
Okay. First, before I get into this question, how many years did you do that?
2 years, 2.5 years.
Oh, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I'll end up, like I said, I had 3 kids at the time, so I ended up taking a supervisor job, and I got out of coaching and just never went back, just spent time working with my kids.
Right. Okay, so can you kind of speak on like some of the talent you've seen in those 2 years, and probably one of the most talented recruits you've probably seen, if you remember his name? Or
Actually, I do, and you know, probably one of the most talented recruits I watched was Rasheed Wallace. We went to New Jersey. The coach and I went to New Jersey to watch. They had like 3 gyms in there, and they had over 100 plus players that was in there, and we were just kind of scouting them all. And Rasheed Wallace was probably one of the most talented ones I've seen coming out of high school at about 6'9", 6'10", could put the ball on the floor, could pretty much do it all. So there was a lot of talent out there back in those days.
Man, Rasheed Wallace a hooper, man. That's one of my guys, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, he was a hooper, man. He had all kind of scouts in there watching him, you know. He wasn't the only player we was in there watching, but he's the one that stood out that you knew everybody was out there.
He still had that spot in his head when he was young?
Yeah, still had it in there when he was young. But like I say, man, he was 6'9", 6'10", then, and you could tell this guy was going to be an outstanding player someday. You could tell that.
He could do it.
He could do it.
Give me a day in a life of a recruiter, from time you wake up to time you go to bed. How is it? Is it an off season, or is it always on go mode?
I mean, it's always on go mode because those players are always out there and transfer. You know, some of them want to transfer, and you just have to be on top of them because when you see a good player out there, you're not the only one out there. There are everybody out there, you know, and you just have to find the things that you can tell them that may benefit them at your college or at your university. You know, because a lot of colleges got a lot of things to offer these players, so you have to just get out there, and it's all your job. It really is.
really can't talk to them, the kids, right? You can only talk to the coach.
Right. It's only a certain time you can talk to the kids. You can watch them. You can talk to the coaches, but there's a time frame when you can actually talk to the player. Because of all the different rules. But you can keep up with them and stay on top of them. And when the time comes, you know exactly who you want to go see.
I hear Coach Prime say all the time, I want to go where you know what I'm saying, the slums is. That's what all the best players, or you can't get nowhere when somebody go where they staying in the suburbs eating out a silver spoon.
I'm gonna tell you, the suburb players, yeah, but you got to go in the tough neighborhoods and the tough environments to bring some of those players out of there, because those are the type of players that's going to make the other players tough. And I believe in that. You got to have a player that nobody else wants to go in there and see. Yeah, it's tough to go in some of those neighborhoods, but when you pull a good player out of one of those neighborhoods and can introduce him into your team, you can get a good hard-fighting team out of them kind of guys.
You ain't got no story for us that when you went to a bad neighborhood, did somebody say, "Hey, man, you got a pass in here? Where you coming from?"
Absolutely, man. I recruited a guy named Darren Johnson out of Lincoln High School, and and so when I pulled up there, he was living with his grandma in some apartments. And when I pulled up to the side, there was about 3 guys standing out in the parking lot. They just standing there holding a normal conversation with firearms in their hand. So I'm hesitant to get out of the car, right? But I go ahead and get out anyway, because I done pulled up now, so I can't just sit there in the car. And as I get out, he's coming down from his grandma's apartment, and he meet me down there in the parking lot. And I'm like, man, if I hadn't already got out of this car, I would turn around and look. He said to me, Coach, these guys here, when they seen that car pull up with Panola College on it, they knew why you was in this. They knew you was coming to look at some player, and they support us in this. He said, they just out being in protective mode. He said, this is a normal thing. There's nothing to be afraid of. They know why you here. So they put me in a comfort zone, but that also told me that, hey, you got to go in them tough neighborhoods and try to get some of those players out of there.
Yeah. So basically, you hotel to hotel, basically, when you travel.
Hotel to hotel, from one city to another. Sometimes I would get out of practice at Panola, drive all the way down to New Orleans to scout a game, and come all the way back that night and get ready for the next day. I mean, you got to go see them. I'm not the type who take the word of a player. I want to go see him for myself so I can see his sportsmanship, see his attitude during the game. So it's a lot of reason why you want to go see a player and not just recruit from videos or coaches' words and things like that. It's always best to go see those guys in the playing environment.
So, are you intimidated, since you from a small college, Panola College, when you see these Power 5 going after these guys, do that intimidate you in your recruiting tactics?
No, it didn't, because every coach has something different he's trying to buy that, trying to sell to get that player, and some players, for junior college example, some of those good players didn't have good grades, so there was a chance that you was going to get them through junior college, or I would interact with those university coaches, say, hey, if you can't get this guy in, we'd love to have him if you'd send him down to Panola Junior College. So it's all kind of ways to get players. It's all kind of ways to interact with universities that may not get that player because of grades.
Right. We was talking about, heard you say something about you just don't watch videos. Do you think it's easier to get recruited now?
Yes, it's...
Back in your days because of, the social media videos?
Yes, it is, because it's so much social media out there to show these guys full workouts. So it's much easier. It's much easier to recruit now than it was back in the day. Back in the day, you pretty much had to go see these players. Nowadays, with social media, it's coming right in right in the house. You know, you can look right on and see everything about them. You know, you can find out who their family is. You can find out the environment they from. So yeah, it's much different and easier now than it was back in those days.
You losing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How about now? I'm still static. How about now?
You don't hear?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can hear the background.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, see, like it calmed down now.
How about now?
I hear you, but I still hear you.
How about it's gone? It's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get you got a question for him?
Yeah, we talked once before. It can be football, basketball, track, whatever. Can I get your top 5 cards you pulled out? You can put your sons on there, but lead them to the side.
Say that again.
Let me get your top 5 cards you pulled out. You can put your sons on there, but lead them to the side.
Let's say Dwight Smith was a former running back. Keontae Ingram.
Yeah.
Let's see, God, there's so many of them. Just bear with me. Kip Lewis, the linebacker for Ohio, is an outstanding young man.
I know his mom, Lamisha.
Right. Outstanding kid. And probably one of the quarterbacks I have a lot of respect for that played back in the days was Blake Bokenshoe. He was a great quarterback the Cardinals had for over the years. So, and I could go on and on naming some of these players because they've had a lot of talent come through there.
What about KJ dad, Mon? Did you ever watch him play? Was he any good?
Mon to me was an image of his son. He played a lot just like his son. He had the quick moves. He could get in and out of cuts. Just quick speed, quick feet. When you look at his son KJ, you was looking at a lot like Mon himself.
Wow.
Yes, sure was.
I'm just gonna throw a Sidarius Black shirt in there. Dude can spin it, man.
Like I said, there's so many players. Sidarius was a great quarterback, man. He was big. He could throw the ball. Wasn't much of a runner, only lets you push him out of the pocket, you know. And he also played at Southern Arkansas. Finished his career up at Southern Arkansas. Yes, Son was a big, strong quarterback. Not to leave him out, you know, like I said, it's just so many I just name it off the top of my head, but certainly a great quarterback in Southern Arkansas.
you think you being a recruiter helped your sons during their recruiting process?
It helped me recognize the talent in them, the athleticism of them. I was one of those fathers, that I didn't make them play the game. Hey, you don't have to play this game for me. Play it because you love it. That's what you want to do. But if you're going to play it, you're going to condition for it. You're going to work out and be in shape for the game and strengthen your body. But it wasn't my dream to live. I was a basketball player, so I wasn't going to force football up on them because I know it was a brutal sport, but they loved the game. And once I realized they loved the game, I spent time with them, I conditioning, going through drills with them. I wasn't a football guy, but I knew enough to take them through drills to get them conditioned. And once I got that done and they started getting up in the high school level, I just let them go. I done took you far as I can go. If you want it, go get it. That's kind of, how I handled it.
You said one of them played with Andy Dalton and the other one played with Johnny Football.
Right.
So by both of them playing with, well, I don't know how far Andy went in the draft, but I know they went to the NFL level. Any experience how they felt about their leadership as quarterbacks? Did they have any stories?
About the quarterbacks?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they had some stories about him. Andy Dalton was a hard worker, from what I gather from my son. He was committed to what he was doing. He spent a lot of time in the film room. I mean, and if you're going to be a quarterback, you certainly have to spend a lot of time in the film room to learn different defenses, to be able to organize your offenses. So Andy Dalton was one of them kind of guys who spent a lot of time in the film room. Johnny, on the other hand, I don't think he was much of a film room guy. Johnny was one of those guys who was just fast, elusive, playmaker, believed in himself, cocky. So there was a different scenario between the two for sure.
For sure.
Just roll the ball out for Johnny.
Yeah, just get Johnny the ball, let him go. And that was
I think that's why Johnny didn't have success on the NFL level.
Well,
I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna let you say.
Okay.
I don't think Johnny. It was that Johnny was too far gone in being celebrity. Football was second, and first was celebrity.
Right. He not working.
Yeah, and I agree with that part. He celebrity status. Sometimes everybody don't handle celebrity status the same way. Johnny had, in my mind, had 4 of the top wide receivers in the SEC during his time, and he wasn't a pocket quarterback, and he run first, throw second, and that kind of don't go well in the NFL. You've got to learn to be a pocket passer in the NFL if you're going to survive.
And I don't think he knew coverages like that. He was just throwing it up there, and if you got a receiver like Evans,
with Mike Evans. This
he just throw it up there.
Yeah. I can tell you, I got one of those videos with.
1,000-yard season in the NFL. Mike Evans is, man. Mike Evans was his wideout.
Yeah, I got one of those videos when they played Alabama. Johnny run from one side to the other side, and just threw it straight up in the air. And my son, I jumped Mike Evans and came down with it for a first down. So that just goes to show you, Johnny knew he had some playmaking receivers. But with that being said, I thought if he'd have been more of a pocket passing quarterback, as much as he ran and much success he had, they'd have had more success if he'd have been more of a pocket passer. Because again, he had 4 or 5 of the top wide receivers in the SEC that could have started anywhere.
Right. Yeah, and they if they would have had a defense too, that defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they would have been. I'm an Aggie fan, so I know.
Yeah.
And I was on that Johnny hype. Johnny was my guy.
Hey man, he was just a fan favorite. That's to say the least. He was a fan favorite. Everybody liked the excitement he brought to the game.
Huh?
He can do it.
Yeah.
He can do it.
Yeah, he's an exciting player to watch, definitely.
You can't. no matter what his NFL career was, you can't take what he did in college away. He could do it. He could
No, you
physically
can't.
do it.
You can't take it away from him. But again, you go back to the question between college and NFL, and I think again it had a lot to do with being able to be in that pocket and be a passer. Because in the NFL, everybody's fast.
Right.
From sideline to sideline, these guys are fast.
Yeah, everybody the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
So by your sons playing in the Power 5, what was it like? Is it free tickets for y'all, or y'all gotta pay? Is it how much do y'all have to come out y'all pocket as parents?
We didn't have to pay for any tickets. Each player would get 4 tickets to attend the game, and we would be right behind the bench. So it was it was an exciting time to go to the game. Some of those games you had to stand up, you couldn't sit down, or you wouldn't see the game. And then you have players who are from other states and whose parents may not could come and see them play, and they would be willing to offer their tickets, to somebody just to come see them play. So it's a great thing to play Power 5 football. They really take care of the players. They really push them to graduate, and I think that's the most important thing. Is being able to graduate, because not very many players get the opportunity to play at the next level. And so you have to have your mindset on graduating, getting a degree, and whatever happens after that happens.
Right.
Pope, let me ask you something. You was a few years out on that NIL deal, man.
Yeah,
What you think it would have been like for them NIL deals?
Oh man, I'd have been like these players, man. I'd have been hustling, man. I'd have been hustling, But like I said, man,
commercial, huh?
Yeah, man, but things have changed so much, man. These players, are getting paid in college, and the transfer portal have put them in a situation where if I ain't happy here, I'll go over here and play. So it's a challenging for the college coaches as well, to keep a player. Back in the days, you knew there was a chance you were going to keep a player 4 years. Now you don't know if you're going to keep him a year.
Yeah, but now if I figured this much out, if you're not a stud in high school, it's not wise for you to go to a Power 5. I think you need to go JUCO or small college and get your film up, because you're gonna sit at least 2 years.
Yeah, you might well go JUCO, man.
You is, but that being said, if you see how these Division I schools take care of these players compared to junior college players, you probably have a different mindset in that.
Yeah, because they get people out the transfer portal, man. They not looking at high school off the muscle.
True. But if you got a full scholarship to a Power 5 Division I school,
sit it out.
Listen, they're going to take care of you. They're going to put you in class and make sure you graduate. I mean, some of these universities, Texas A&M, for example, you go down to their field house, they got a tutor for every class that you take. They got a tutor down in that field house and with their own offices, making sure that you're doing the right things you need to do to graduate. So at the end of the day, if you're trying to graduate, that's the route to take.
That's smart. So basically saying, don't even get in the transfer. Just stay where you at and graduate.
Stay where you at and graduate.
What those? Can I ask you another question? I'm gonna
Yes.
take it back out. What do I see all the time? My son got an offer here. Got an offer. Offer that doesn't really mean you got a scholarship, does it?
No.
Got an offer.
No. Until they tell you, hey, we want to sign you to a full scholarship, they just offering you that they're interested in you.
Yeah.
Commitment-wise, when you commit to a college, that's not binding. That just, will he be a man of his word? Who knows? But it's just.
Ain't no money change hands.
Huh?
Ain't no money change hands.
Ain't no money change at hand, and ain't no signature on the paper.
Right.
So until your name is on that signature of that scholarship, then you're not buying it.
Pope.
How much? Do the scholarship pay for everything, or is some still stimulation that you got to come out some pocket?
Man, it pays for everything, man. And nowadays, they even pay you to go to summer school. I mean, who hears of that? I mean, you talking about going to graduate. That's putting you on the path to graduate. When they pay your way to go. Junior college don't pay you to stay the summer and go to junior college. Unless they just started it. Don't get me wrong, unless they just started. But universities pay you to go to summer school. Now that gets you on path to graduate. So it is all about what you want, Like I say, when you go to these universities, don't be thinking of going to the NFL, thinking about graduating and getting a college degree.
Right. No, you can't tell these kids they got that NFL on their mind.
Man, now you.
The NBA, I say
Yep.
that NBA getting harder and harder to come by, boy.
And so many kids now are getting scholarship offers to go to college. They go for a semester, for a year, and they back home and won't stay. And then people want to blame.
I really think they should take away the one and done. Because it's kids out here that's working for these scholarships, that want these scholarships, and you giving them to 3 or 4 kids, or 10, 12 kids that know they want and done. Man, y'all go to the league, go overseas, go. I just if you ready to go.
I don't know one kid that unless I ain't never met one that say they want to stay in school if they know they going to this league.
It's the market. It's the money in the market, man. I mean,
why make them do that?
If you grow up in a household, brother, making ends meet, and somebody's offering you millions to come out this year, I mean, hey, what do they're going to go. Yeah, I mean, it may not be the right thing to entice these kids, but unlike football, in basketball, hey, you play a year and you're out of there. But in football, you have to stay, 3 years?
Yeah.
So it makes a huge difference,
Yeah, but now it's like they leave in basketball, but now they staying in football because you can make the same type of money and have fun in football.
Right. I mean,
they staying all 5 years, all eligible.
Absolutely, man.
Or you want to leave Texas?
Yeah,
Put him out of Texas.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna stay in college. I'm not really good yet. It's just how much things have changed.
Right.
And look at Bo Nix, man. He went to how many schools?
He got a bunch of money out of college.
Well, a lot of them got that underhand. A lot of them was getting that under the table money, and back in them days, it would cause you to get suspended and kicked off team and everything else. And nowadays, they're handing the tea on top of the table.
Right. Mr. Pope, we was talking about we were kind of talking about the league, the NBA. We was kind of talking about the league. What do you think about the Steph Curry effect, the 3-pointer, and do you think that the game of basketball is in good hands right now? Because we all watch professional sports, and that's how we pick up the game,
Well, see, the game has changed. So back in the days, the game was serious, dirty, gritty, playing, getting down at it, and nowadays, you got a lot of Showtime basketball, and it's different. And Steph Curry is a generational player. You might not see another player who can rain threes like that for years to come. But
I don't think you'll ever see one.
Excuse me?
I don't think you'll ever see that. I don't think you'll ever see another Steph Curry.
No, like I say, that's a generational player. LeBron James is a generational player to be able to play that long in the game. I mean, the game is different now, Back when I was playing, there wasn't no Euro step. There wasn't no extra step in basketball. There wasn't no crossovers, There was travelers and them was carrying the basketball. So the game is transformed from what I call serious basketball to more of entertainment.
If it ain't scoring involved, people don't want to watch it.
No.
They're going to find a reason for the offensive player. They don't want the defense. Like back in your day, it was defense.
That's right.
They want offense.
And nowadays, it's who can outscore who.
Yep.
Yeah.
I say right now, I don't know if you remember an episode we had shot a couple weeks ago. It's been a few weeks back, man. we was talking about football, and I said
Mm,
it ain't the game that I fell in love with as a kid. And I
yeah.
want to ask you that question, Mr. Pope. Is that the game that you watch on TV? Is that the game you fell in love with as a kid?
No, because I'm glad you asked that because back when I was playing basketball, for example, I wouldn't want to go out today's players. You can't guard them. I mean, a guy that's giving an extra step, a guy that picks his dribble up and step from the front of the 3-point line to the back, you can't guard them kind of guys. I mean, and that's not the game I fell in love with, man. I mean,
They
and
can,
I'm not
they
getting
can up what they doing and jump back to the 3-point line. I say, well, what the world's going on?
how can you do that? But like I
That's
said,
what when I was growing up.
oh man, hey, referee be blowing the whistle all day, But like I said, the game has changed, and that's what they get paid to do now.
It
Uh,
looked pretty.
yeah.
I say, hey, before you get into it, let me ask you this, because you was a defensive player too, right?
Hmm.
Mr. Pope, what do you think about the rule impeding an offensive player's space? You know, if the offensive player trying to run off a screen, you basically got to let him run off a screen. You can't stop him or block him from running off the screen.
No, again, the game has changed. It's all about the offense, I mean, you just it favors the offense, because how many people just really get down and play defense? All the time you really see NBA players play defense, the game get close late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
See, nowadays you gotta look at you know what I'm saying, sports as a business, man. It's not entertainment, it's business. You gotta look at yourself as like you the CEO of a company. Nobody that you want to put people in the stands. So hey man, I
Absolutely.
gotta have some scoring going. I gotta keep my best player in. Referee, don't call no foul on my best player. They coming to see
But
LeBron.
but
Don't foul him out the
but
game.
you can't, Rodney. You can't keep them in because they on load management.
You broke up.
I say you can't keep them in because they on load management.
Well, well, you know, I tell you, they find a way to keep them in there. I mean, hey, they pay, and those players that will sit out some games, and stuff like that. I mean, it's too much money out there. They don't want you sitting out. People paying their money to come see this player. They not coming to see the team as a whole.
Nah, they come and see players, man. That's why
Yeah,
I really don't have a basketball team no more.
yeah,
Like back in,
yeah.
cause it's all about the player now, man.
That's right. That's right.
Right, man. I gave up on my Lakers, man.
Hey, man, if you're gonna be a fan, be a diehard. Win or lose.
Man,
Hey,
nah, man. I gave up on them
so
guys, man.
so tell me this, Mr. Pope. Christmas Day that used to be number basketball. Football finna take over that day. How you feel about that?
They spoke. Carmelo Anthony spoke out about that yesterday. He didn't like it. And it's all about business and money. Netflix hadn't been carrying football, but they carried them yesterday.
So you think basketball finna take a backseat to football on Christmas Day? I think it did.
Hey, when Netflix got involved, they tried to show you the picture that they intend to make this a routine thing. And not only are you going to start seeing them do Super Bowls, Christmas games, you're going to start seeing them do other holiday games and possibly Super Bowl in the future.
Hey, man.
But I think it's gonna be a boycott. I don't think NFL want to because the Chiefs they played 3 games in 9 days.
Yeah, yeah. And see, that's a lot in football. That's a lot.
I think all of it finna go to streaming, but
Y-
I think that if the NBA wanna get their ratings up, they should tap into the WNBA or the Big Three because the way they got their rules set up, real basketball fans don't want to watch that.
What you mean? Explain yourself.
Like, bro, when I sit down and watch that, I don't want to watch that, bro. If somebody can run past you and you fall down, they call a foul. Or just like you say, I take one dribble in and 4 steps back and shoot a 3-pointer. Come on, man. Real basketball, like guys that play the game and know the game don't want to watch that, bro. These kids might want to watch that don't know no better,
Yeah,
but
I
don't
don't I
want to
don't
watch
really
that.
like basketball until playoff time.
See, and
Seem
that,
like
But still, when you turn it on in playoff time, look what they putting on TV.
yeah,
see, that goes back to the generational change. For example, that N1. You remember that N1?
yeah.
Nancy,
We were part of the era.
now N1 is in N1 is in the NBA. You know, those N1 moves, you see them in the NBA on an everyday basis.
Yeah. You probably only person that was really doing it was Ray for the what was his name? Edmonds?
Ray for Austin. And
Austin. Yeah, Ray for
hey,
Austin. Now you got everybody doing it.
You got everybody, man.
Jay Will was nice with that ball, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Jason Williams was nice with that ball, man.
yeah, yeah. It's, like I say, the game done change.
Yeah,
Let's get into the next
tough,
episode.
I'm watching it.
Go
And,
ahead.
man, this is the first time I really just tuned into a basketball game in a long time yesterday. I'm watching the Spurs and I'm watching the Knicks. I'm watching Cat and I'm watching Wimbyama. These guys are 7-footers and
Shoot three.
everybody shoot jump shots. Don't nobody want to get no and-ones, nobody want to dunk on nobody, nothing.
Well, see, nowadays everybody want to play out around the perimeter, so you know it don't excluded the centers. You know, you don't see too many teams with a definite center. You know, you got to be able to play around the perimeter because the game done got so fast. You know, it's up and down the floor.
Yeah, man. Nowadays, if you 7 foot, you got to know how to shoot the three. You got to know how to dribble, and you got to have a mid-range jumper.
And
They
you
don't
better
care about the post game.
and you better be able to get up down the floor, but they're not waiting on you.
No, they not.
I say this the thing. When you a 7-footer, you supposed to know how to do those things anyway because that's
No, back when Shaq and them, they going straight to the block.
Yeah, straight to the block.
Straight, how clean going straight to the block. Them boys went out there.
But hey, they can handle the basketball and shoot jump shots.
But
That just wasn't they role.
But as a coach, you taught your players not to get that big man the ball that far away from the basket.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you know that, Tyke.
Compared to that.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, until you see that hand up, don't give him that ball. He ain't ready yet. I want to see that hand.
Yeah, you tell me.
Do not throw it low. Throw it high.
Yeah, by the time the second been on the floor now, they already done shot the ball.
Nah, so they ain't even going to the block. They going to that corner now. Hey man, times are changing. Y'all better get to it, man.
Yeah,
You gonna get left behind.
you gonna be left behind, man.
You gotta accept it, man. You can't be no old head Tyke.
No, it's gonna change whether you ready or not.
It's gonna change. Oh, for real.
How come I can't be no old head, man?
Man, you gotta accept, man. Time gonna change. Even Obama said it.
Yeah,
It's gonna come, man.
it's gonna come whether you ready or not.
Or get left behind.
Yeah. That's why when they go get big man, man, they get big man who move and get up down the floor.
Yeah, for
I
real. That's
said, man, that Wimbyama can do it.
Yeah.
he can play the point.
Wimbyama can flat out do it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna wait on him to go down there and get on the block.
Nah, they taking it down. They getting it from the other side of the court, bringing it down.
Yeah.
Shaq been trying to do it for years. He said, "Man, I wish I could play in this time." Shaq couldn't dribble one thumb, want to dribble down the court.
Right.
And coach over that nervous, give it up, Shaq, give it up.
He want to do a no look pass slow.
Yeah.
Like he make it out somebody.
Come on, let me get rid of the ball so bad.
Hey man, it was crazy, bro. It was a time. That was a time to be alive, bro.
Yeah, it was, man.
We thought that was silly, but now it can't. Shaq already knew what the league was coming to.
Yeah, he knew what was coming to. Good thing he made his money when he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
man. Let's get into that next segment. Give me your talk, dogs. And grade him how you feel, Mr. Pope. I don't know if you've been tuned in to our channel, man, but we like to get our grades off from our guests, man. If you don't mind.
Man, I tell you, man, y'all make it easy, feed off y'all feed off me, and that's kind of what makes a good podcast is y'all able to get the guests to feed off of you, and man, you're doing an outstanding job, man. Keep it up,
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It means a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, Mr. Pope. Say 3, my top dog. I could not let this go by because I ain't seen them in a long time. Jonathan Taylor, 29 carries.
High five. Hey,
18
Mr. Pope, this is our first year we agree. We got to give a high five. We finally agree. Out of 16 weeks, we finally come to agreement.
Hey, say, man. That's
That boy
hard.
got off, man. He got off, man.
That's hard, man. 200 yards running back, that's hard, man.
That is. That's all.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's it.
And 3 tutties.
Yeah.
My offensive player was Jared Goff.
Okay.
23 for 32, 336, 2 touchdowns, and he rebounded himself off that loss last week. Defensive player, man, I picked one guy, but I had 2 guys. I picked Kenny Moore. He had 2 solos, 2 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. And Marlon Humphrey had 2 solo, 1 pass deflection, 1 interception, and the interception was for a touchdown.
Okay. I went with Jonathan Taylor like you did. Then in my offensive player, I got Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. He got 10 receptions, 144, 2 touchdowns. I went Jesse Bates for the Atlanta Falcons. He had 2 solo tackles, 1 combined, and 1 interception. And then my MUT player, that means the player who had the worst game. Nobody want a MUT. You got a cane course, so if your dog have, he going to have a MUT of the litter. So I gave it to Spencer Ratliff. You know what I'm saying? He went 15 for 36, 153 yards passing, 1 interception, no touchdowns, and 3 sacks.
That's the Saints younger name.
Yeah, New Orleans Saints backup Spencer Rattler.
Man, I watched him on QB1, man. I think he was on the first season of QB1, man.
Yeah, he was real hot. He was real hot shot. They thought he was gonna be that guy.
Yeah, I didn't like him then, and I didn't like him at Oklahoma.
He a system quarterback. He if you get him in a good system, he probably be productive. But with the Saints, that's not where he need to be at. My coach of the week. Go ahead.
You know,
go ahead.
my thing is, if you're going to bring in a quarterback and have high expectations of him, you better give him a good offensive line to get behind.
Exactly.
You just don't have a chance.
So what do you think? You know what I'm saying? The best thing or best position Shedeur should go to be productive.
Wherever he goes, he's going to have a good offensive line. He took a lot of sacks in college. He's a good pocket quarterback. That's what he likes to do, to stay in the pocket. And when you got a quarterback who don't like to run, who loves to stay in that pocket, you better get a good offensive line to protect him. And I go back to Tom Brady. Yeah, he was an outstanding quarterback. But when you look at it, Tom Brady always had a top offensive line. He didn't have a superstar running back, superstar wide receiver, but he had a superstar offensive lineman protecting him.
And he had that check down. That check down is important. You gotta have that check out valve. If like Rodney, that's just like I was telling you 3 with Dalton Schultz. What Dallas missed, that's that checkout valve. Even if you ain't got a running game, you got that checkout valve. I know he there.
Yeah.
I already kind of pictured the route he got in his head. It ain't gonna be the way it drew up, but I know he gonna be in this place. So I ain't even really gotta see him. I can just throw it over them.
Yeah. My coach of the week was Matt LaFleur, man. He got them Packers rolling, man. They gonna be a team to be scared to play, and come mid-December, early January.
I mean, most definitely, Josh Jacobs run the football hard.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley.
And I
Nobody
mean, that's
saying
what I'm saying.
anything
They
about.
team is real quiet right now, but I'm seeing a good playoff team.
Yeah.
I say, man, and Jordan Love can spin it.
Yeah.
You know, it's about 4 or 5 teams out there can win on any given night.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it is.
they quiet. They ain't got the big name. They just sitting back there, just waiting on their time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see Cincinnati sneak in the playoffs, bro.
But
You know, but they yet to play their best ball. This man is yet to play their best ball.
what I like about it is a new world order. It's a change. You got to get to know people now.
Yeah.
The league young,
Yeah.
NFL and NBA. The league young.
But I'm gonna tell you what, if you ain't used to cold weather, you don't want to go to Kansas City in the playoffs. That's gonna be a challenge.
That's what happened to SMU. They went down there and played with them boys from Penn State.
Yeah.
Well, they want to come out and play, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, them old Dallas boys can handle that cold.
No, man, I'm telling you, man.
Man, they getting hit, boy. Them boys getting tore off the meat bone.
That's the reason I didn't want to play football. When it come wintertime, it's too cold out there, man, to get hit. It's too cold, man. That's why football was not my thing. I wasn't a cold weather person.
Give me your top 5. We gonna get Mr. Pope out of here, man.
Man, my top 5, man. You know I was gotta spin them Chiefs, man.
Yeah, them Chiefs is undeniable right now.
Yeah, you are, man.
Gotta spin them Chiefs again. Gotta spin them Lions shaking back, man. Gotta spin Minnesota, man. They continue to do what they doing, man. You know I can't leave my Bills out of there, man.
Okay, Mr. Pope, what's his grade, Mr. Pope? A to D. What's his grade over there on this list?
Hey, man, he's right up there with them. Them some tough teams. Them's gonna be some tough teams.
You give him an A or a B?
I'll give him a B on him.
You give him a B on his list. Okay, check my list out then. Check my list. I got the Eagles, number 1. I got the Chiefs, number 2. I got the Vikings, number 3. I got the Lions, number 4, and I got the Ravens, number 5.
Oh yeah, hey, I ain't give you an A on that.
That's an A team. You know, I'll tell you what, any one of them teams can win the Super Bowl.
Anyone, man.
Any one of them, man. I mean, I'm gonna tell you though, them Chiefs gonna be a challenge for anybody, man. They just find a way to win.
Hey, they home field advantage now. They locked in.
Oh yeah, oh man, they
gotta come to
in.
us.
Yeah,
Man, they
yeah.
ain't gotta play no more.
They ain't gotta play no more.
And then old boy Pachinko get healthy.
All of them get help.
I say, man, Pachinko up there with them other guys, man. Pachinko is the engine that make that team really run, man.
I tell you what, Hunt have carried them for a while back there though.
Oh yeah. I got to look ahead of Austin. Yeah, he had back.
Yeah.
That's why I say, man, it's all about your coaching and them people in that front office. They went and got Hunt and they went and got D-Hop. And Cowboys didn't do nothing, man.
Nothing, man.
We got all them people hurt, and you didn't do nothing in the offseason, and you ain't gonna get nobody.
And had a chance to get the playoffs, man. You done got 2 or 3 good players out there. You can make the playoffs.
We would have been in there.
You ain't gonna get nobody.
Nobody. Who is Mingo? Who is Mingo?
Man, I don't understand it, man. I don't.
Man, I don't want to. Man, he know one thing. Jerry know for sure. 2 things for sure. We gonna support them Cowboys no matter what. He don't give a rat's ass who they win or lose. How you gonna get happy? They jumping and cheering. Y'all get knocked out the playoff before you even play.
No, I'm telling you, not even in the playoffs, man.
And over here happy about beating the Carolina Panthers by 2 points.
Again, Rush, and Rush playing some good ball, you know, but you just didn't go get nobody to help him.
Right, man. We could have been a playoff team. We just needed a running back and Couple more defensive players.
No,
We
man, y'all
we
should
was
have
in
paid.
it.
Y'all should have paid Dalton Schultz a few years back.
Man, our tight end one ain't too bad though. He ain't too much of a let off. I just think we needed a running
Dalton
back.
Schultz is way better.
I'm not saying that, but he younger. I'll pick youth over, you know what I'm saying, talent.
Yeah, and I tell you what else, Cooper Rush is throwing catchable balls to his wide receivers.
Cooper good, man.
Yeah, he's throwing catchable balls, man. He's made it good.
Hey, Mr. Pope, before we
He's
get
not
out
a
of
bad
here,
quarterback.
give me your last words. We're gonna get you up out of here, Mr. Pope.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. Hey, I've enjoyed it, man. I mean, you guys hit a lot of topics. I mean, you guys doing a great job, man. Just keep moving forward, man, and keep bringing them guests in there, and man, sky's the limit. I mean, you're doing an outstanding job. I've really been in the comfort zone, having conversation with you guys, and when you can put your guests in the comfort zone, then you're on the right track.
Man, I appreciate you, man. If you can get your boys to be a part of the show, that'll be great, man. We'd love to have a conversation with him, man. Anything else tight?
Hey, man, Mr. Pope, again, man, I appreciate you, man.
Man, anytime, man. Anytime I can get on and have a chat with you guys, man, it's great. I'll talk to my boys here in the coming days, man. I'm sure they'll be glad to get on here and join you guys, man.
Man, that mean a lot to you. Raw Dog is out. Jeez.
Yeah. Let's get it.